Hi, it's Katie and welcome to my corner of the world and welcome back to another Tea Tuesday. I am wearing the same shirt that I had on last week on Tea Tuesday. I have the same beverage from last time, the apple cider with a little kick. Because I am filming these on the same day because I'm trying to get stuff done and out of here. I probably still have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 videos I still have to do, and I've already done like 6 or 7 today. Hey, I'm trying to get this stuff out of my house. I need to get picked up. So what I thought we would do today, though, is I have a few things that I've kind of been picking up that I wanted to share with you, but really didn't deserve or come to a video of their own. And some of them I'm going to start using, like this one in particular. So that is what I thought we would do today and kind of give you just like life updates, like where I am with stuff, because there's been a whole lot going on and with me, and it's why I've not been as present as I want to usually. It's why just a lot of stuff going on. But let's get into, let me open this one. This is the one I so want to get started. This is from Hourglass. When I open it, it looks like that. I have been wanting one of these forever, and I finally broke down this year and said, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. So, what it looks like when I pull it out. This is one of those stupid, ridiculous as palettes. But I have seen them. I've used Hourglass before. I got a blush from them in FabFitFun one time. I really, really like it. And I've really been liking using, this is like so well packed. Like, could they pack some other stuff for me? Like, nobody packs stuff this good. Apparently Hourglass does. It did come, I did get a little freebie with it, a little lippy. I'll show you that in a minute as soon as I get the rest of this unpacked. Right. Oh, two little lippies. Oh, this is just like a little trial one. So here it is finally. I got one of their ambient light palettes that they put like three or four of these out every year around the holidays. They are stupid, ridiculous expensive. They are like $99. I've been wanting one for a long time. I've not bought that much this year, and so this is gonna what's gonna be like kind of my big gift to myself. Watch and see what I get on Black Friday. I have to keep talking myself out of stuff all the time. Look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. So, they do usually have at least 3, and they usually have them kind of in a light, a medium, and a deeper tone. I got the lightest one because I'm super pale. The medium one may have worked on me, but I thought this one would be the best. So, and that was the Dragon palette. So that is what it looks like when you open it up. So you actually have a like 2 face powders, like finishing type powders, 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlight in there. I'm trying not to blow you away there. So let's just swatch it real quick. So the first and the third are the finishing powders, the Dream Light and Divine Light. So I think this is Dream Light and this is Divine Light. So these are just like put on after everything else. The way I've seen it done is they are just supposed to kind of finish everything off. So they're not going to show up much on here. They're going to give it just a little extra glow and smooth things out, and that's what I want. And Let's see if I can get those just a little darker for you there. There we go. Oh, yeah. Now you can see them. They have just a little bit of glow to them on there. All right, and then they have the blushes. The blushes are, and unlike last time in other years, this has, I think, 5 brand new colors for them. And there's only one, which is the, I believe, the Divine Light 8 finishing powder. Or is it the Divine or the Dreamlight? Maybe it's the Dreamlight that has been there before. Then they have a blush, which is Peach Fusion, and a blush that is Mauve Haze. So that is Peach Fusion there. All right, and then Mauve Haze is down here. So that's Peach Fusion, and that's Mauve Haze. That is what those look like. The mauve is really sheer. That is the peach. That is really pretty. I'm not usually a peach person, but I think I could sheer that out enough. But the mauve is definitely my color. And then the bronzer is Soft Bronze, and the highlighter is their Sunlit Strobe Light. So that is the bronzer there, and that is the Sunlight Strobe Light. Let's make sure I get everything off of there. So that is the bronzer, and that is the highlighter. Oh, put these down here. So bronzer and highlighter. I hope that bronzer shears out a little. They said that this one was going to be cooler toned. It's looking a little warm. That looks better. And then that highlight is so pretty. That also shears out really well. So I have been wanting, I have not used this yet. I've had it sitting here for about a month, desperately wanting to use this. So now I finally can, because I finally showed it to you guys. So I'm so excited to have this. Like I said, this was a treat to myself of this year. I did get at the 2 little trials. This is their Phantom Volumizing Glossy Balm. And there's 4 different shades I can try out there. Are the Scents, Mist, Slip, and Haze. And then this is the Unlocked Satin Cream Lipstick, and it is in Dahlia. I don't know. I've been on a Dahlia kick. It was like my summer scent, and now I have a little hourglass lippy of it. So let's see how this looks. That is the color. Oh, that's pretty. And that was so soft and creamy. Hey, all right, I'm excited. That was the first thing I had to show you that I was like, it's not going to quite rise. I don't have enough knowledge of it to really make it a video of its own. So it's been a summer. It has been a summer. So I don't even know when it was that I like left off with you guys in Tea Tuesdays and stuff. So I want to say it was June, maybe? It was definitely after my sister's, or after Emily's birthday. My mom got COVID, and my mom is immunocompromised, and she's older. But because she was immunocompromised, she ended up having to go to the hospital. Well, the ER was abysmal, like absolutely abysmal. I think she would have died there if not for my sister and I, especially my sister, because she's the one that sat there. The nurse practitioner looked at her and was like, oh, your labs are fine, you can go home. Meanwhile, my mom couldn't stand on her own. She usually can and stand and be mobile on her own. And this woman looked at her like she was an old, feeble lady and dismissed her, which to me, that is, oh, so, that made me so mad. Thankfully, my sister demanded to talk to a doctor before allowing my mom to be discharged. I got there like 2 minutes later, like after all this went down, and got there in time to talk to the doctor, which is probably good that I got there because I hadn't been sitting there for like 8 hours like my sister had, so I wasn't as riled up as she was because she was like ready to chew the doctor a new one. So I could be a little bit calmer. And once I told him like how much of a change in status this is for my mom, like this is not how she normally is, he started taking things seriously. Because my mom had been really, really sick. I had seen her the Wednesday prior. She got COVID on Friday. I went there on Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Saturday. My sister relieved me because I was going to spend the night. I was there almost all day because she needed help with everything. She didn't want to eat or drink anything. Which is one of the reasons we were like, we're going to have to take her to the hospital because she's dehydrated. And so they did finally admit her, and she ended up on an IV, both for the saline for hydration, but she also had to get her medication that way because she's immunocompromised. So she ended up spending almost a week in the hospital. My sister and I were there almost every day. She was super sick with COVID, but then she also was experiencing delirium. Like she wasn't making sense. She was kind of seeing things, not understanding things that she normally would, because of the delirium. Delirium is not a dementia. Anybody can experience delirium. It usually happens when you're really sick or you're in the hospital, high stress situations. So, she definitely was going through that. She was really mad at the nurse because she was quarantined. Her room was quarantined. And she was mad that the nurses weren't coming in more often. I'm like, they have a whole nother floor. She's like, well, they could just pop in. And I'm like, they really can't, Mom. They have to gear all up. Like they had to have a N95 face mask, a shield, gloves, a cape, like everything. My sister and I had to put all of that on there too before we were allowed in. So it wasn't just like pop in, say hi. I told her, I'm like, every other door on the floor is open so the nurses can. I said, they're not dropping in because they can't. So that was really, really frustrating for her. So she did finally end up going to rehab, spent a couple of weeks there, getting stronger. And no sooner was she out than my aunt went in the hospital. My sister and I are the only two that take care of them. That we're the only two siblings. My aunt doesn't have any children. And so it's just us for our mom and our aunt. And so back we went. She ended up she did not have COVID. She had a urinary tract infection and she had pneumonia. And when they told me pneumonia, I was like, wait, what? Her cough was like, I'm like, really? Pneumonia? Her stay, it was the same hospital. Her stay was just as horrible. I mean, the nurses, came in more often because she wasn't quarantined. But at the end, they like never called my mom, who is like her healthcare power of attorney, and even when we would call, we would get the runaround about what was going on. So the communication was horrible at this hospital. Like I don't wish this hospital on my worst enemy. So she finally she was about to be discharged and ended up having cardiac issues. And so they moved her to the cardiac floor. Somewhere in the move between where she was and the cardiac floor, they lost her purse. It was like the only thing she had with her. And I'm like, how do you lose that one thing. Never could find it. So then we had to deal with all the fallout from that. She went to rehab, was there a couple of weeks, finally got back to her place, though she does live in assisted living, so there's a little bit more help, but that was like a full month. I want to say, is that August? It was July or August. Like, it was just a blur. All right. And then we went on vacation. Like I said, we did a staycation. And so we just went to places around our area. I do live in Maryland. And one day we went to Fort McHenry, which is in Baltimore, Maryland. And then we went to an Orioles game. Like that was our day. We did stay overnight one night. Actually, the very first night we went up to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And we went to the Turkey Hill Experience, which was a lot of fun. Fun for any age. Turkey Hill ice cream is what's made there. And so they have, like, you know, show you the whole process. They have tastings of Turkey Hill ice cream. They have tastings of iced tea and lemonade that are also made from them. So we ate a lot of ice cream that day. And then after that, we went to a like simulated Amish house and farm. So that was neat to kind of see how the Amish live, get that experience, especially for the kids. They found that really interesting. I grew up only about 45 minutes from there, so for me, I knew a lot more about it already, but we found these little like markets on there that were so good. And if you saw my empties video, you heard me talk about the pretzels that I got at this Amish store. All right, they were so good. Oh my God, like I'm ordering more for Christmas for people of different flavors because they were that good. Emma's Gourmet Popcorn. So that was the first day. Then apparently Lancaster has like the 2 of the top 5 smorgasbords or buffets in the entire country. So we went to the number one the first night. It was kind of overwhelming. If you ever go there, not only is it humongous, but it has like a store all along the bottom that is also humongous. I mean, it's like if you put like an entire department store or down below, like I want to say it's even a bigger blueprint than like a Kohl's. Like it would be like if you put a couple of floors of Macy's down below. It was that big. I didn't get anything at that store. All right, but they did have some cute stuff. They also have outlets though in some of the Tanger outlets in that area. So we went there the second day. That was in August. And so the kids got a lot of back to school stuff there. I had a thing from Bath and Body Works for a free thing of like $16.50 or less. I was looking at their Halloween candles because they were out already, but I ended up going with this Vanilla Romance body wash. This stuff smells amazing. Fresh cardamom, vanilla, absolute, and captivating woods. This stuff smells so good. So good. Like, I can't wait to use this. It's gonna have to get in line. I have a lot others that I have to use before it, but I'm not turning down a freebie, a full-size freebie. And then their little hand creams, their like 1 ounce hand creams were like $1.99 that day. So I picked up one and Emily picked up one. And this one, I got the Pure Wonder, which is kind of one of their everyday ones. And does it tell me what the notes are on here? No, but I know I have the Pure Wonder body wash and body lotion and stuff. So I picked up the hand cream because it smelled good and it was $1.99. So this is like literally what I picked up for me. The kids got all kinds of stuff. So that was kind of our vacation. We went to another buffet that night. I actually liked the second buffet probably more. Um, Probably because it wasn't as crazy as the first one. But I would definitely go back to either one. And and then and like I said, we went to the Orioles, we went to the National Zoo. Pandas weren't there, or they had left and they hadn't gotten a new set of panda bears. But we went to the National Zoo. Oh, and one day we just went back to school shopping in our area for like the notebooks and pencils and that kind of stuff that they needed. And so it was a really nice, relaxing week. Like my husband and I both were like, this was really good. Like we got to sleep in our own bed every night, except that one, and we just really enjoyed it. This Amish village, going back to that though, oh, we got back from there and like we had picked up some Christmas gifts for my mom and my in-laws and my sister, and we had a couple of bags, and somehow one of our bags got left. They actually had like a phone, like an old rotary phone. There's like the village phone booth. There's not phones in houses, you just have like the one there. And so, oh, if I have it, I'll put a picture up here of Emily in there. You can see that there's a bag in there. We think that's the bag we left. Somehow we left a bag. They were so nice at the Amish village. Like we called immediately. We called back the next morning. Nobody had turned it in. We were like, we think it's here. Like we can see it in a picture. The manager went to try and get it, and he couldn't find it. He was like, come back, you don't have to pay to come in anymore, which great. We didn't. And when we went to the store to repurchase, because that's what our plan was just to repurchase it, they were like, no, you lost it here, pick up what you wanted. I was like, you're kidding me, right? They're like, no. Oh, pick what you were missing, and it's, it was just lost. It was lost. I was like, you're kidding me, right? Like, they were so nice. So nice. So that brought us up to September. Kids went back to school. Everything just busy. And then it was getting ready to go to Disney, because Emily was dancing at Disney again. And picked up a couple of things while I was down there. I picked up a Christmas gift for everybody. I'll show you that later. But I saw these little wine stoppers and I was like, they are so stinking cute. I got one for myself and then one for one of my really good friends. And they were $20. This one is heavy. And then every time we go, we get an ornament. So this was the ornament that we picked up this time. The kids picked this one. It's so cute. Andrew actually saw this like in our hotel, like the second hotel we stayed in, because the first one we had to stay in for the dance, and we stayed in an extra day and we switched hotels because it was like $300 cheaper. So if you ever go, like a lot of people don't like the all-star resorts, which are like the budget resorts, and we had never stayed in them. It was really nice. We stayed in All-Star Music. It was nice. I can see if there's like a cheerleading group or something there, but there wasn't. So that was really nice. The last thing kind of I picked up was edit sale. Now I got a Kendra Scott bracelet that's put away for Emily for Christmas. And the only other thing I got was this Beekman 1802. These are makeup wipes, facial cleansing wipes. There's 100 in here. It was like $8. I was like, that's actually really good. And you get like 30 in a pack at TJ Maxx for like $3 or $4. So I was like, okay, that's actually a really good price. And Beekman 1802, yes, please. So that basically brings you up to the latest. When we got back from Disney, I of course got sick. Actually, Andrew was the first one who got sick. Poor thing ended up with a double ear infection and pneumonia. I was like, you're kidding me, pneumonia. I knew the double ear infection. And he had started not feeling well the last day we were in Disney, and he kept saying it felt like something was in his ear. And it got to the point where it was starting to affect his hearing, so we went to the doctor. We tried all the regular home remedies first, because he wasn't even spiking a fever. So once he was like, I can barely hear. No, I could barely hear out of my one ear. I was like, all right, now it's time to go to the doctor. And he had a double ear infection and pneumonia. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. He went to school every single day. Like, he did not present as a sick kid. Then I got sick. Mine was a cold. It was like one day was like really bad. But after that, it was a cold. I even went with a couple of my friends of mine to Bethany Beach for like a girls' weekend. That was so nice too. We went to outlets there, did some Christmas shopping. All of our kids are around the same age. I met them as part of a mom's group when I had Andrew. So their two oldest are also boys and born in 2009. Like, the three of them are like 3-4 days apart in birthdays. So we have been friends ever since then. We went away as a mom's weekend, but did some Christmas shopping for the kiddos. And just had a nice night of hanging out. But I had a cold that weekend, and yeah, I think it's the week that you're seeing this. I'm actually leaving tomorrow to go to Seattle for the rest of the week for a conference. So yeah, my life has been a little crazy busy. I'm trying to keep up with stuff. Hoping everybody is out of the woods. Fingers, toes, everything crossed here. That is it. That is all I have for you today. Until I see you next time, have a great day. Bye.